This is Blade Method Mindset, episode 13, with Corey Allen and me, Chris Trainer. Hello, Corey.
Hello, Chris.
All right. I am super excited about this episode. We're going to make it hopefully short and sweet, to the point, and get some good information out a little bit earlier than our normal publication so that our people can listen to it and hopefully get some good ideas, good tips.
Before the holidays, going into it.
Before Christmas.
Before Christmas.
Yeah.
What are you doing for Christmas?
Or Hanukkah. I think Hanukkah already passed.
Isn't Hanukkah like a long stretch?
Yeah, but it's gone. I think it already went.
The entirety of it? All the days?
I don't know.
I don't know either. What are you doing for Christmas? You're going out of town, yeah?
Going to Kansas.
Kansas!
Yeah, Claire and I go to Kansas every year. That's where my family is. And it's not going to be snowy, it looks like in the forecast, which I'm super bummed out about. Because I want snow. At least the time we're there, it's going to be in like the 40s, it looks like. So, bummed out about that. But hopefully the weather will change. It can change like on a dime in Kansas.
Does it usually have a white Christmas while you're up there?
Nah, it's weird. When I was growing up, we got so much snow, but it seems like over the past 10 years, it's kind of declined a little bit.
Huh.
So, there'll be snow in Michigan, though.
Dude.
That's where you're heading.
Yep, Manistee, Michigan. Leave on Sunday. It's actually, Julia talked to her parents yesterday, and there's still no snow. So I might be in the same boat you are, my friend.
Man.
Of a snowless Christmas.
Boom.
Like, I want to wake up in the morning and see snow, but if like I can go the rest of the time there, like walking around and stuff without it, I wouldn't be the maddest human alive.
No, because it just gives you an excuse to cuddle up on a blanket by the fireplace inside and chill.
Exactly. That's true.
When you can't go anywhere.
It's going to be, I've never even been anywhere that's that cold, so.
Which is getting that rest and relaxation that we're going to talk about, so.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Wow.
How's Miss Claire feeling going into the pregnancy?
She's doing a lot better. The morning sickness and the evening sickness is dissipated a little bit. I think a lot, actually.
She all excited to fly?
So she's in that second trimester. Flying,
Does that mess them up this early? No, right?
I think pregnant women fly plenty.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I was reading my expectant father book.
His dad book. That's what we call his dad book.
And I was a little bit behind, but that pregnancy episode that we did a few episodes back where I was talking about, dad bods and guys letting themselves go, and how I'm not going to let that happen and I'm going to get fitter, to much dismay of Claire and other pregnant women out there, I hear is not a good thing to say. But so in this book, it covers that, and it's called, Couvade Symptoms, I believe it was called, Couvade, I believe that's how you'd say it, but it's an actual thing about how husbands, and this is going back to like 60 BCE, like, husbands feeling their wife's hormones and getting acne and putting on weight and blah, 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 blah. I don't know about that. But Julia last night when we were at the gym was like, and you're probably feeling her hormones.
Because you wanted someone was giving us some chocolate, right? At the gym or something like that?
Grace brought in some Christmas treats. And
yeah, you're probably feeling her hormones.
I was like, no, I'm not, actually. But in this book,
I just like chocolate.
But it was funny because I just read about that in this book, about how this happens to men, and in some cultures, like the husbands get super involved in it, and in one culture, these people in Mexico, is one of the stories in there about how the husband would get up on the roof and there'd be a string going up, and every time the wife had a contraction, she'd pull down on a rope that was attached to his.
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's no way that's true.
No, that's what. Really? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
can you imagine? Like, honey, I'm going through it with you.
Yeah. We're not gonna have that happen. Even though, I mean,
Claire would probably love that.
Oh yeah, she would definitely
be all about that.
I should. Yeah. Hopefully, she doesn't listen to this.
Off the roof, wham! Yeah. Like just going for a legless rope climb.
So that was super interesting. And then the other interesting thing that was in there, real quick before we get to this, is how other OBGYN. I don't know if I talked about it on the podcast, but how I go to Claire's doctor and they don't even look at me.
Really?
Like I feel like an apparition.
Like you're just not a part of the conversation
Yeah,
at
like
all.
literally I'm observing I'm dead and my wife is there and I'm looking in on them.
And you're just
because
watching.
I'll like say things in the conversation and then Claire and the doctor will just continue to talk.
have-
Like I'm not even there. And one time I got separated from Claire in the hallway. And Claire wasn't there. I had to like go get the wallet or something and came back in. She was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm just looking for my wife." She was like, "Go sit down over there." This lady, yeah. And I was like, okay.
I'm
and so I
sorry.
went and sat down in a chairway that was in the hallway and sat there. And another lady came out and goes, "Could you sit in the waiting room?" Yeah. And so I was like, I just wanted to find Claire. So finally I found Claire. And
I'm supposed to be here.
Claire wants me here. Like, I want to be here. Claire wants me here.
Oh
and so,
my gosh.
Yeah.
My wife's somewhere in this building. I'm just trying to find
Yeah.
her.
And so in this book, it says that that's how they are to husbands. And that if you don't want it to be that way, you should proactively say, I'm involved. I want to be involved. But it's like, what? It blows my mind that they treat us this way. Like we didn't do, like we're just some vessel, some donor vessel that is nothing, and we're not going to be involved
You
in
did
anything.
your part. I
Yeah.
need you to wait in the hallway until it's time to have a baby.
Yeah, and so I don't know. We have another appointment first week of January, and I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna be acknowledged.
Yeah, hey, I'm here too, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, but they're all super sweet to Claire, which is ultimately is all I care about. But it's funny. It's a funny situation. So
You
I-
hallway now.
yeah, it's like come. I mean, I don't know.
I was invited to this
Yeah.
to this appointment. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm paying. So, anyways, let's get into it because we got some good stuff that I want to get to, and I think that the main thing people want to hear about right now at this time is like going into the Christmas season with Thanksgiving to Christmas. We've passed Thanksgiving, but we can still save Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, and before we get into that, I am going to give my top 3 things that will save you during Christmas. The 3 things, not some arbitrary list that you find in like Shape magazine,
But like
it's
3 real.
use unsweetened blah 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 when you make cupcakes
Put
and
salt in your water.
Yeah. Spray yourself in the eyes with chlorine and then go in a dark closet. No, these are going to be real attainable things that I've practiced and have told people about for years and years and years from someone that's been in the trenches, not some celebrity trainer that has no idea what they're saying. So we're going to get into
Chris tips.
Okay,
Chris tips.
I'll call it that.
Yeah, that's a new word.
But there are several holidays throughout the year, and I've got some listed here that are the main ones where people go off their diet throughout the year. Go off, not their diet, but will splurge.
Their lifestyle.
Their lifestyle, yeah, exactly. So we'll kind of start at the beginning of the year. It's the end of the year for New Year's Eve, but New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. So I gave that 2 days. Like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, even though New Year's Day, I don't think people do anything. They mainly just recover from whatever they did on New Year's Eve.
Eat breakfast
Most
burritos.
people, chill out, go out for breakfast. They have the day off at work. So I think New Year's Eve is the contributor there, but that's 2 days. And then following that up a month later in February, I guess Valentine's Day.
Have some chocolate. I mean,
Yeah.
what do you...
Nothing there. You maybe go out to dinner and have a good dinner, but it's nothing crazy. So I gave that a 1, but really,
Valentine'sing.
we don't really do anything for Valentine's Day special or go off it too bad. It's not like New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Remember Stacy? Hey, I can't come in the afternoon on Wednesday. Like, why? What do you got going on? I'm Valentine'sing.
Oh yeah, like right before the
Valentine'sing?
open, it was like, no, that's
I'm
not gonna happen.
Valentine'sing? Is that a thing?
Yeah, sorry, Matt.
Sorry, Matt. All right, going forward.
So St. Patty's could be, I think, for maybe the younger generation.
And if you're Irish.
If you're Irish, like we used to go ham on St. Patty's, but like I don't anymore. You know, I can't do that. So, but some people could. So I gave that a 1. And then Memorial Day weekend. People travel, they take their kids, you know, a lot of times to California or go on like a 3-day weekend. So I gave that a 2 days there. 4th of July, 1 day, grilling burgers, drinking some beers. Labor Day weekend, so a 2 there. Again, like a nice get out of town, the end of summer, last trip.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, 3 days there, and then 3 days for Christmas. So in all total there, and I left off Halloween. So Halloween night, depending, could be one of those as well.
Pass one out, eat
the
one.
couple days
Pass one
leading into Halloween, so 15 to 17 days of holidays there. The ones that people could go off of their nutrition and normal lifestyle. So 15 to 17 out of 352 days in the year. So out of 365 days in the year.
I was doing that math. I was like, I don't think that's right.
Yeah, my bad. We'll leave 340 to 350 days a year where you can live like a boss.
Yeah.
And have reason to be able to celebrate. And
Right.
that's what I'm going to talk about.
That's the key.
That's
right?
the key. If you live 350 days a year like a boss, and you're living your healthy habits, and you're waking up and chugging water, and you're getting to the gym, and you're staying away from processed refined carbohydrates on a daily basis, you can do whatever you want during those holidays.
Right? Yeah.
Because it's 2 weeks of holidays combined in the year.
That will not change your life.
No.
Those days.
And so, we have all these questions that we're going to get to later on, but the biggest thing that needs to be addressed is you shouldn't feel like you have to avoid these things going into the holidays.
Right.
You should feel 100% confident to go into your holiday season, your Christmas season, going home to see your family, and relishing the fact that you get to eat your mom's cookies and enjoy yourself. Not, how do I avoid my grandma's apple pie, Gerald? Eat that apple pie.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
you deserve it.
You're going to go and live the rest of the year the way you're supposed to live. You're not going to allow Christmas and New Year's to turn into this nightmare season of sugar gluttony, and you're spiraling and you're not getting to the gym. I mean, already we see gym numbers down this week, right? Mm-hmm. People are traveling and stuff like that, but really it's people are busy. Yeah. They're letting their busy life take them out of the gym and not get there. And instead of working out more, which is what I'm doing right now, right. I'm training more. I was like, yeah, I'll do that workout again with you yesterday. It's like, come on, yeah, why not? I want to get ahead of the game because I know I'm heading home, and it's going to be a few days of off target living, and so this is not what people need right now as far as getting through the holidays. But it's something that I really want them to take home into their hearts, into their mind. And from this day forward of listening to this podcast, that they're moving forward with the knowledge that they can live a stellar nutrition, fitness driven life, and have these days and Labor Day weekends and Valentine's days and all these holidays that people want to do and go and live a little bit and have fun and go off their diet and have no guilt or remorse.
Don't worry about it, yeah. Because it's not a 15-day bender. Like, these are spread out throughout the year, right? Like, where the problem lies is when you have your Thanksgiving and then you let Thanksgiving make itself go from one day to Thanksgiving's just going to lead that you're going to eat crappy all the way until Christmas, and then you're going to live out New Year's, and then you're going to start again in the new year. Like, have your Thanksgiving, eat what you want to eat, spend time with your family, drink your wine, have fun, and then get back on track until Christmas, and then do that for Christmas, and then get back on track for the rest of the year, right? It's that.
Exactly.
It's being able to identify that it's a day in your life that you get to spend with your family and have fun and eat what you want, but then you can get right back on track the very next day. And it doesn't have to turn into a 2-week ordeal of having to get back on track, because you already are on track. Yep. Like, eating bad one day, if it's truly one day and you're living your life correctly the rest of the time, it's not going to kill you.
Because you go full send.
Exactly.
You go full send on that food.
Yeah.
And you're like... And you feel like crap.
Yeah,
always. That's what always happens. Oh, yeah. Like when you're living this straight line, and you're doing your thing, and you're on your healthy habits, and you're living your nutrition, and then you go and you do it. It's awesome while it's happening.
Yeah, and then you feel like
it's great. Death. It feels good. It tastes good, and you're having fun. And then you should, after that, be like, okay, I did that. time to get back on track. And when you don't full send into the food and you're like, oh, I shouldn't do this, and you're hiding in the closet eating the stuffing, and you don't want people to see you or feel or whatever it is, and you're not able to just do it and live it, you're not going to experience it the way. You're going to feel guilty inside. It's going to turn into, oh, I should just keep doing it. I should just keep doing it. It's going to turn into these several days later.
Because you didn't do it. I only had one roll on Thanksgiving, so I can have another one today. Like I had 17 dinner rolls on Thanksgiving, and then I felt like garbage, and then I didn't eat another one after that. It was like back to normal day life. Like that's the way that it should be.
Exactly. And I'm really glad that we're talking about this, because not only are people for the rest of their lives going to be able to enjoy these holidays more, but hopefully it leads them into living the way they should be living throughout the year. Yeah. So, and again, I want this to be a fairly quick episode, so maybe we'll come back to that a little bit. But I am going to talk about 3 things during this December 23rd, 24th, 25th. If you're traveling, wherever you're at, even if you're at home, things that you can do when you have all your family that are my survival tips.
Yep.
Okay.
Chris tips.
Okay. Chris tips. So the first thing that people should try to do, because they're off of work and maybe they have people that can take care of their kids and they have less responsibilities, they've got time to themselves, is try to sleep more. The more you sleep, the more sugar you burn, the more body fat you burn, the better your body recovers. The less cortisol you produce, all these good things happen. So if you can take these days that you're off work, or maybe have people to watch the kids, cousins and aunts and uncles and grandpas, sleep 1 to 2 hours more. Yeah. If you can sleep 1 to 2 hours more a night during this, then you're going to put yourself ahead of the game. So try to get more sleep. Don't use the busy season to try to wake up and do all these things and let other people do that. Let other people cook breakfast, people that are visiting or whatever it is. And that might not be possible for everybody, but if at all possible, try to sleep a couple hours more. Yeah. Second thing, once you wake up,
drink water.
Drink water.
Drink water.
At least 20 ounces of water. Chug it right away. So you've got this extra sleep, you're waking up, you're going down to the kitchen, there's a big spread on the table, they've got orange juice and bacon and rolls and all these good things. Chug 20 ounces of water. You're going to eat less of it. And you're not going to drink that poisonous juice. Because that's basically what juice is poison. Sorry.
Yeah, well, that's fine. And that probably, I mean, if you are intentional, I think, about drinking water more often, in the morning, throughout the day, like those times when you're usually drinking water, but there's other things at the table, dinner, you have wine or whatever it may be, when you usually would be drinking water, at least you know that you drank a bunch during the day, so you're not going without water all day long.
Yep.
Right? Like, so you can get that in the morning, get it in throughout the day, make sure you know that you're having that hydration so that you don't feel bad when you get to the dinner table and you're the only person drinking water, if that's what you want to do, right? Like if you want to have a glass of wine, at least you know that you chugged a bunch of water throughout the day.
Yep, and drink water with the wine.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Keep that on the side.
But so being proactive on your hydration. So sleeping a little bit extra and still maintaining your proactive hydration routine, your healthy habit of the day, because that's going to put you ahead of the game and fill you up. Yep. Okay? So you're going to eat a little bit less. The third thing, work out.
No
still
matter what.
Work out. If you can create a caloric deficit in the day, in the morning, then you can even eat more throughout the day because you got up and you burned a few hundred calories, you revved up your metabolic furnace, and you're ready to go with the day, and you're gonna feel better, and you're gonna want to eat less sugar. Even though you can eat it, you're gonna want to eat less. So get up with your significant other, with your fam, and go out and do 10 rounds of 20 air squats, 10 burpees. Go out and do 21, 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3 of air squats, V-ups, and burpees. A 10-minute AMRAP of a 100-meter sprint, 10 air squats, 10 sit-ups. There's so many different things, and I think we're going to talk about that a little bit. But there's so many different things that you can do. You can text me, you can text Corey, you can text Claire or Tara, any of the coaches at Blade. If you need an idea of what to do, say, hey, I'm doing this. I want to work out. I've got this, this, and this. And most of us can come up with a workout in about 30 seconds that you'll be able to do that will put you in a caloric deficit, rev your metabolic furnace, and put you ahead of the game. And those three things are real, attainable things of how to survive the holidays so that you can do whatever you want. You can eat your cookies and you can have your eggnog and whatever it is that you do at that time, you're going to do it guilt-free. Yeah. I guarantee you sleep 1 to 2 extra hours. You chug water in the morning and you get a little 10-minute burner workout in. You'll feel better. You're going to be just fine. You'll be ready to rock it. Yeah. So those are my 3, and those are things that Claire and I do, and I've been telling people for a long time to do. And so if you guys put those into practice, let me know about it. Let me know how it goes. Let Corey know. And I can't wait to hear after the holidays how doing those 3 things every day, December 23rd, 24th, and 25th, worked out. And obviously, it's Christmas morning. Like, your kids are getting up, and they want to get presents going. Maybe after you open presents. And I wanted to touch on that too. Like, that workout, that doesn't mean that you have to tell your family, hey, like, sorry, I can't come yet. Like, I need 3 hours. I have to get ready. I have to drive to find a gym that's open. I have to work out there, drop in at their time, come back. Like, you can get a workout in your bedroom. In the bedroom, in the front yard. Exactly. Anywhere, right? Good point, Corey. Like, that's one thing I know that we're like, so when I go back to Michigan to meet Julia's family, she lives in a small town. The gym's like 45 minutes away. She's like, if we want to, we could get up and drive there. I was like, I don't need to do that. Like, I'm meeting your family for the first time. We don't need to make a big 3-hour ordeal. Like, we can work out in the basement and we'll be fine. Yep. Like, that's a big thing I think people get hung up on is they don't want to spend that 3 hours and they think that they have to find a CrossFit gym. Like, we do CrossFit, and what that means is we can do it anywhere, right? Like, you can do it, like Chris said, in your bedroom, in the front yard, in the backyard. Like, you can find a place to do air squats and burpees. I love that. Great point. You don't even have to put shoes on. Exactly. You can put underwear on and get it done in the bedroom. And if you don't want your family ragging on you or whatever, if you have a type of family like that, hit a 10-minute AMRAP before you jump in the shower. Yeah, boom. Get it done. And this takes mental toughness. It takes fortitude. 99% of people are gonna say no. You gotta want to be that 1%. Yeah, you gotta want it for yourself, and you're gonna be better for it. So. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, don't go to the gym. Do it at home. Yeah, you don't get the family together and go out front. I mean, depending on what the weather is like. Yeah, right. You might want to stay indoors. I'm not doing that. I'm definitely going to stay indoors. If you're staying in Phoenix, get out there. Get out there and get some working out in. All right, let's get to the questions that we were submitted. Questions from the community. This one, I mean, I think we kind of touched on it, but it's just, how do you guys manage the holidays? So I think just what we said. Yeah, I live 350 days a year like a boss and go have fun. Exactly. And I think if you see us anywhere, like social, we go to barbecues for the 4th of July, we go to barbecues for people at the gyms here, like, we're never in the corner eating celery. Like, if I'm at a barbecue on the 4th of July, I'm eating burgers and I'm going to drink some beers with my friends and I'm going to have a good time, because before that I worked out. I know I'm going to work out tomorrow, and I know I worked out the week prior and the week after. Like, I don't care that I'm going to go do that. I don't feel guilty one bit. Exactly. Just like we were at the Christmas party. Yeah. And people are like, and you Chris is at the table eating the cookies. Yeah, I like cookies. Yeah. And I trained for 3 hours this morning. Yeah, I earned this cookie. Yeah, and I walk 4 miles a day while I coach. Like, this is what we do on our daily. But not everybody does that. Exactly. Some people only have an hour to work out, but you worked out for that hour and you do it every day, and you're not eating refined carbohydrates on a daily routine basis. Yeah, which means everything except for a dead animal and a plant. Basically, yeah. It's not the same if you work out an hour every day, but you also drink a 6-pack every night and eat a roll of Oreos every night. Yeah. That doesn't lead into getting to do it during the holidays as well. Like, there's a big difference. Exactly. So yeah, just like we said, that's how we get through our holidays.
We have one here about stress eating. How do you deal with stress eating? What is stress eating? I don't think that I have to deal with that.
I don't know what that is.
I think that, I mean, I know.
So when I get stressed out, I don't know. I think I'm more of like a bored eater. Like
Yeah,
if I'm
when I'm
not
bored.
you know, like very rarely am I bored, but like I don't know.
I think you can just make it healthier. Just like I know, like
Stress
when
eating.
Julia is like really like into studying, like finals week is right now. Like she's got a lot going on. She ate an entire bag of carrots the other day, just sitting at the table studying, eating carrots, where that could have easily been eating chips or eating but she,
That's what Claire does too.
yeah,
She's a rabbit.
she make I think that's because she's stressed. I don't think she was hungry and wanted carrots. I think she's stressed out, and instead of
crunchy to non.
yeah, instead of grabbing the bag of potato chips, she opened up a bag of carrots and ate the entire thing. So I think that you just make healthier decisions on what you allow to be in your house. I think that's probably a big one too. Don't put the cookies in your house because you know that you're going to go to them. Like fill it up with some vegetables, chop up some cucumbers or something like that, and have that be your stress eating.
Absolutely.
I think that's the best way to deal with it.
Yeah, and the inverse of that is I think when I get stressed out, I work out. So that's kind of my stress reliever.
Yeah.
Nothing on the planet will make me feel better than a workout, a good sweat, and a good throwdown. So, and that just is anything that's going to get my heart rate up and sweaty. So I think that's what my release is.
Yeah.
And while I was sitting here pausing and you were talking about that, I was trying to think back to my former self to see if like that was something that I did, but I think there was probably more alcohol involved and when I was younger, and I don't really know. I can't relate to that a ton because I stress work out, but
I think the best, just from an outsider looking in, I think the best thing to do is have healthy options. If you know that you're going to be a stress eater, if that's a thing, then have healthy options to eat. Like you can't eat too many cucumbers or carrots. Like I think you'll be safe.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I would do.
Yep.
Next one, how to deal with your family. And I think this is more on the lines of like your family. Oh, you're not going to enjoy your meal with us. So you're not going to drink with us. You're not going to do that, blah, blah, blah. How do you deal with a family who's maybe not so nutrition conscious, I guess, going into the holidays? I think you just...
live like a boss for 350
so that you don't have to
days a
deal
year.
with that.
So that if you want to go and have fun with your family, go have fun with your family. Now, like and
I think being okay with not being like a glutton, like you don't have to make yourself sick at the table because your family's doing it. Like have your piece of pie and then say like, hey, like I'm full. I don't want to eat another piece of pie. Like it doesn't mean that you have to shovel an entire pie down because your family's doing it. You know what I mean? Like eat whatever you want to eat, and when you're done eating, say that you're done eating and just be done with it,
Yep. And don't make a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
Just go in and again, there's my family, like, they get after it, with booze and everything, and it's like, that's something that over the years has gone down and down and down for me. But I'll still probably drink more of this when I go home than I do all year.
Yeah.
And it's not something that I like to do, but like falling into that trap of, being around family and doing that. So
I think a big one with that too is I think where it gets sticky is if you're the person who tries to change everybody else at the table also, that's when that conversation gets a little bit rough at the table, right?
Yeah.
Like if your you don't have to go to the table and tell everyone how unhealthy they are because of what's on the Christmas spread.
Yeah.
Like, just live your life the way you want to live it.
Yeah.
Let them live their life the way they want to live it. It's Christmas. Everyone's should be happy to be there. Eat what you want to eat. Be done with it. Let them eat what they want to eat. I think that whole animosity gets brought up when your uncle's eating too much and you have to tell them, well, that's not good for you and that's got too much sugar in it. Like I think that's where that conversation gets rougher than it would if you just kind of kept to yourself, enjoyed yourself, ate your plate and let it be that.
Lead by example.
Yeah, exactly.
Not verbally.
You don't need to tell everyone that you're better than them or that you're eating, like that you brought your packed meal because it's healthier. Like enjoy yourself, eat with your family. Travel wads. I think we pretty much covered on that.
Just to break that down, like a lot of people want to know about this. So, and I told people we would talk about it a little bit, is that take a 10 to 15 minute window. That's kind of where you want to live in, is 10 to 15 minutes in 2 to 3 body weight movements. So you can do squats, jumping lunges, walking lunges, air jump squats, step ups, box jumps. Those are kind of the lower body ones. And then the upper body ones would be like a push-up. If you have a pull-up bar or a tree, I use trees sometimes where I go places, can be those. So push-ups and pull-ups. If you had like a medicine ball or something like that, you could use that as an apparatus. And then burpees. And then you can obviously do a lot more with your core. So like V-ups, bicycle kicks, grasshoppers, sit-ups, all those things. And then metabolically, travel with your jump rope, or you always have your running if you don't have like a rower or something that you can use. So body weight things are the best just to get them done in the bedroom, but taking one of those or 3 of those movements, tying them together in a rep scheme that's like 10 to 20 per movement, and setting an AMRAP and setting a clock and just getting after it. So 15 air squats, 15 sit-ups, 15 push-ups, 15-minute AMRAP. It's so simple.
Easy.
You know, it doesn't have to be scientific. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just get moving for 10 to 15 minutes until you break a sweat, until you can feel your muscles burning, and you're going to be fine.
Yeah, exactly. You can always do air squats and burpees. Like that's an easy thing.
Just because you did burpees yesterday doesn't mean you can't do burpees.
Exactly.
You can do burpees every day. You can do air squats every day.
Yeah,
you know,
and it doesn't take up any space. You can be in the guest bedroom that you're staying in. Once you wake up in the morning, you can knock it out before anyone even knows that you woke up if you want to. You know, it's an easy thing to get done.
Yeah.
So those are travel WODs. Moderation, I think it's kind of, how do you eat in moderation if it doesn't really work for you? I think it's the same thing. If you live your life the way you're supposed to the rest of the time, then, you know, maybe you don't have to live so much in that moderation window. But obviously, you know, don't drink yourself stupid. It should be, I think everyone, if you feel sick, stop eating.
Yeah.
You don't have to just keep shoveling it in.
But just know that you slept a little more, you chugged your water, you're hydrated, and you got a workout in, and you're not so...
You shouldn't feel so guilty about it. Yeah, you're like, oh, man.
You're going to want to eat less when you do these things. Your life is going to change. You're going to be a different person. So that's how moderation happens.
Yeah.
You're not going to want to, you know, just burn down this building, this temple that you're creating. You know, you're going to naturally have more moderation.
Yeah. I don't really have a ton of healthy go-to side dishes and desserts to bring to family gatherings.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, again, no one wants to eat, you know, if you want no one to eat your food.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
I mean, but obviously, like, doing, like, a really good grilled asparagus, you could even, like, wrap it in bacon.
I was going to say.
You know, or a really good grilled broccoli with, like, nuts and dried cranberries in there is really good. So you're getting this potent punch of really good nutrition, but it's dolled up and it tastes really good.
And there's some bacon on it, so, like,
bacon makes all vegetables better. So
dessert, I don't really know. There's all those like
pumpkin
fancy.
Pie is fairly healthy, and you can make pumpkin pie really healthy. I used to make a pumpkin pie, a protein pumpkin pie back in the day that was really, really good, really low sugar. I have a recipe book around somewhere. I used to create these recipes back in the day. So I got to try to find that pumpkin pie recipe. But yeah, pumpkin pie, even if it's store-bought, is going to be a lot better than like a pecan pie or what else is there?
Obviously, like
apple
chocolate,
pie. Yeah. Pumpkin pie is probably your best go-to as far as sugar and fat and all that stuff, calories.
Without putting 8 pounds of whipped cream on top. That's probably going to add to it.
Well, if it's real whipped cream, you know, whole fat, homemade, organic whipped cream, slather that stuff. You know, so it's going to be calories, but it's not going to be poison.
One day of eating anything you want, what would it look like for us?
I do
breakfast,
that all the time.
Lunch, and dinner. Yeah.
No, but so like, I guess if we're talking about go-to.
Like my dream day, you just get it all in. Faf burrito for breakfast. I love them. Like I'll have a breakfast burrito every day of the week if I could. I mean, I have at least 3 a week because Faf spoils me, but definitely a breakfast burrito. Lunch, like a really good burger is probably my always go-to. And then pizza for dinner. Like if I didn't have to worry about kind of feeling crappy at the end of the day, because that's a lot in one day, then yeah, it would be like a good burger with sweet potato fries and a nice big pizza, like an entire pizza, and a good beer at the end of the night. That would be my breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Morning is like an American breakfast. So like scrambled eggs, bacon, and breakfast potatoes.
Yeah.
That's my favorite breakfast. And then I'd have some pancakes on the side, slathered in butter and syrup. That's good. And then lunch, cheeseburger and fries. And then dinner, a big old ribeye with like a broccoli or asparagus or Brussels sprout and mashed potatoes. And that's it. All day long.
All day long.
Yep.
Well, those are pretty much the questions that we got from the community. Hopefully answered all of them. If you have any more, just always shoot them to me. I'd be happy to put them on the cast.
Kept it short and sweet. So just to recap, because I want it to be hammered home.
You don't have to feel guilty if you live the rest of your year the way you're supposed to live.
Boom. That's it. Live like a boss. Have your healthy habits. Be on top of it. Be proactive on your fitness and your nutrition, and take charge of your life. And then you can enjoy the holidays for the rest of your life. Do those 3 things. Sleep a little extra. Chug water in the morning. Get a workout in. 10 to 15 minutes. Body weight. Break a sweat. Get in a caloric deficit. Break down some muscle tissue so you're burning more calories throughout the day. And have fun.
And you'll feel good about the fact that you don't have to diet for the holidays, because you just live a healthy lifestyle the way that it is, and you get to enjoy yourself with your family and your friends.
Exactly.
What the holidays are meant for.
I think we kept it short enough, short and sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you have a great Christmas, Corey.
You too, buddy.
I'm flying out in the morning.
I fly out on Sunday, so we will see you guys in a week.
Yes, sir. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.